Hey, what's up, guys? With the Hallyu Blast, I'm Oscar.
I'm Serge.
Today, we're going to be reacting to aespa and their pre-comeback song, Dirty Work. Now, their album comes out, I believe, in a month or so. I'm ready.
We both are.
I think aespa has finally gotten higher for me. I know for the longest time they weren't a group I was necessarily crazy about, but I think it's definitely changed, especially after like Armageddon and Whiplash, all these other songs that we've gotten recently.
3 bangers in a row, pretty much, is what that experience was like.
That and seeing them live. I think it's like a mixture of both of those. But I say we jump into this.
Let's do it. It's gonna be pretty short, and this is shot on the iPhone 16. Oh.
Pro.
This is gonna be a real short song.
All right.
Is this a song?
Oh.
Okay.
Huh?
What?
I'm so confused.
There was a lot going on in that little snippet of music right there.
I want the full song.
There was a lot going on. This might be our shortest video yet.
I think you're not wrong. This will be a very short video.
Because it's kind of like, what do we... I mean, we're not going to rate it, obviously. There wasn't a song
No,
to
yeah,
rate.
it is actually just like a snippet of the song. But from what we did hear, I did like it. But I feel like it needs setup, obviously. But
there's very, very obviously, I mean, obviously it's missing a lot to it.
Yeah.
But just from the little bit I heard, there's a lot going on. Didn't really know which way I was going with it. So for now, temper expectations, right?
yeah,
but we're obviously missing a lot to the song.
it seems like it's going to be a switch-up song.
It definitely seems like it's going to give that. It was giving that kind of like vibe going into. Usually, I feel like aespa's kind of like journey to the chorus is always like kind of like up and down kind of thing.
Yeah.
This kind of was kind of giving that same kind of energy. But I mean, where do you think they're gonna kind of like go with this? I mean, obviously just based on the music video itself, I mean, it definitely seems like it's gonna be like an in-your-face,
Yeah.
kind of like girl.
I mean, I feel
girl
like
crushy kind of song. So
I feel like that's pretty much all of aespa's songs for the most part. I think there's very few that aren't like. I mean, I don't even know which ones I can name that aren't like
I think
that.
since getting away from their alternate personas,
Yeah.
They've kind of started leaning into this more heavy girl crushy type
Yeah,
stuff.
100%.
Because you know, you look at their older songs, you know, like Black Mamba and Next Level. I mean, those were at the time relatively unique songs in this, you know, this industry. I mean, I hadn't heard anything kind of like those switch ups that I felt like aespa would do all the time. So I think now that they've kind of like hit their stride with this kind of like style of song, honestly, I think it suits them probably the best when it comes to like the K-pop entity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think after releasing those, you know, Supernova, Whiplash, and Armageddon, I mean, it literally all three were fives. And
Yeah.
I think to this day they're still amazing songs. You know, there's
yeah.
rarely a time
they
where
all did get
I don't
fives,
say
huh?
whip whip whiplash or
Yeah.
sue sue sue. You know, it's like it's literally part. It's like the bond.
I feel like I just don't acknowledge it at this point because it happens so much between everybody, like not just Serge, but everyone in our friend group. I feel like thinking back, at least one person says like something aespa related, from those songs specifically.
I can literally hear JM saying "su su su." Yeah, because it's just something that happens, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably the best thing I think that can happen because it's like lends credence to, again, how good the song is that you kind of want to keep repeating a certain part of it.
Yeah.
And then when you repeat that certain part, you want to listen to the song again because it's like, oh, this little earwormy bit, you know.
Gotta go back, yeah.
But I mean, I guess we won't really know until we get the full thing. And I mean, just based off of what Apple Music was saying, it seems like there's going to be 5 songs.
There's going to be at least 5.
At least 5.
So we'll have to see there.
Yeah, I'm gonna temper expectations. You know, just based off of the little snippet we heard.
Yeah.
But
I have a good feeling about this comeback. I mean, aespa's, they're just on a tear. Like we've been saying, they've been doing really good. And I feel like this is going to be another comeback they hit out of the park. But you never know.
You never know.
We have definitely been disappointed by other groups before. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Like always, see you later.